Okay, folks, let's do this. Okay, let's do this and show support for art's sake. The North Carolina Vinyl Picker Show. Art, I really met him years ago. He used to come on my streams, morning streams. And I used to do a morning stream before work, but I kind of stopped all that. Not for any particular reason. I had a lot of fun doing it, but since I had changed several jobs, and it was mainly during the pandemic, the COVID, where I could just get up that morning and set up and get ready. But now that we are returned back to the office, I'm discovering how people really are. Okay, I'm just kidding. But anyway, Art was always coming to my streams, showing encouragement. And I used to encourage him. I say, Art, start a channel. Now he's booming. He's doing really good. His videos are really, really good. I'm going to leave a link to his channel. I'm doing his Prog Tag 2026. He has 10 questions, and I'm ready to answer those 10 questions. I'm not here to stir the pot. You might not like what I show, but I'm not going to worry about it. But these are just my suggestions and my opinions and records that I love. Then I made a comment on this video, and this gentleman from a channel called Gray Beard Nation or something like that, he started chatting with me and encouraged me, hey, Prog, why don't you do your video? And I was like, okay. I did the one that Alex over at Beer and Vinyl has. So I said, why not another one? It doesn't hurt anything. And I like the questions. And I'm going to do my best to recommend tag some other channels, and hopefully they will participate. There's other channels, but they're a little bit more on the elite level and probably won't do this at all, or probably think whatever they think. I had to throw that in there because it's true. Not everybody likes everybody. Okay. All right. So, and these are fun questions as well. The first question, I kind of paraphrased them, meaning I shortened them. The first prog album that hooked you. Well, I know some people have already showed Yes, Fragile, I think, and those, but here's one that hooked me in and took me down to the Valley of Prague, to the Wizard's Forest. And that is the debut album of Emerson, Lake and Palmer. I love this record. I love the artwork, the music. I love how all the music on it sounds on there. Very complex, but yet can be real quiet and still, and then come out with a booming punch as the music changes. I love the folkiness, the acoustic guitars. Folks, in my opinion, Prog, there should be a lot more acoustic guitars in some of the songs. And there is. But this is the album that hooked me in, and especially tracks like, of course, Tank, Lucky Man, Knife Edge, Take a Pebble, The Barbarian. Those are just staples in ELP's collection. Next question, your Desert Island album. Well, and it's my favorite album of all time. Usually I'm wearing my ball cap, but I got a haircut today and I'm kind of letting my hair dry. This would be Dark Side of the Moon, my Desert Island favorite. This, when I bought it years ago, no, actually I got it as a birthday gift. I told my grandparents I wanted this record, didn't know nothing about it, but the cover lured me in, and it was a blind buy for them to buy it for me. and I was blown away. And then I recognized one of the songs that I had been hearing on the radio at that time, did not know it was Pink Floyd, and of course it's the track Money. But this album is also very emotional as well too. This album is like life. So, Dark Side of the Moon, an album you wouldn't recommend to a beginner, and that would be the classic King Crimson album, In the Court of a Crimson King. And I wouldn't recommend this for a beginner to start, especially when you hear the track 21st Century Skitchroid Man. I think that might make some people take the record back or yell at me, why did you recommend that? And if people might not be able to get past that first track. That's just my thought. Okay, best sounding record. Well, I recently picked this up. This is a new record, and I picked it up. This record I thought sounded great, and I'm going to talk a little bit more detail about it in another video. And that's the Elementary, however, Mental Mixes, Lizard by King Crimson. This album sounded really good, and I love the mixes. I love those acoustic guitars and on indoor games. And the vocals are there. I really enjoyed this mix. I do have a reissue of this that I wanted to listen to that one first before I make a video about my thoughts on this. But this is a great sounding record in my collection. Okay, most underrated prog album. This one, even my wife likes this album. And that is The Moody Blues on the Threshold of a Dream. Yeah, this album is underrated. I sometimes wonder if this is some kind of a concept album. I love the art. I don't know what's going on here, but it looks like old life or some kind of autumn and some dream just passing. But then you see the two eyeballs. Very interesting artwork. I love the photo of the band and the art and the album. Gatefold. But yeah, starts over the track in the beginning maybe of life, birth. And then it ends with the Have You Heard Part 2. This album just flows really good. I love the way the songs go into each other. Lovely to see you, dear diary. Send me no wine to share our love so deep within you. Classic. Alrighty, and very underrated. Prog album that gets better and better and better the more I listen to it. I'm going to pick this one, and this is one of those debatable things, not here to stir the pot, but I say that this album has prog moments, and that is Duke Genesis. Every time I play this, it just gets better and better. Yeah. I know some of the songs got radio airplay. Okay, maybe they wanted to have some hits. But tracks like Duke's Inn, Duchess, what do we got at even Turn It On Again is a little bit proggish to me. But yeah. Okay. Number 7. Favorite prog album cover. One of them has always been Lark's Tongues and Aspect, King Crimson. I love the artwork on this. I think that just says it all, but it goes and just tells you the story in some kind of way about the music you're going to experience. Okay, moving right along here. A prog album you didn't get at first. And I admit, when I was back in junior high school, I didn't get this at first. But I didn't hate it. And I love it. And that is Yes, Tales from the Topographic Oceans. I didn't get it at first. Now I get it. I love it. I love all 4 tracks, both sides. I am really seriously thinking about, if I can, to get the Super Deluxe that's coming out for this. But yes, I didn't get it first, but now I do, and I just, like I said, I love the record. Most emotional prog album. Okay, I'll just share a little bit. What's it been? 3, 4. My mother passed away. And this album is emotional because I used to listen to it a lot on her 8-track player, because I had the 8-track, and I love this record. And to me, this is an emotional album. It makes me think of her, how she was a good mom. And the music, I used to kick back and listen to it. She used to tell me, you can listen to my 8-track player when I'm gone, but when I get home, I don't want to hear some of your music. And that wasn't nothing bad. But when I hear songs like Parallel Lines, even Going for the One, Wonder Stories, Awake, yeah, those are emotional tunes for me, you know, because about a year or two ago, too, I was kind of having a hard time with some folks at work, I'll put it that way. And this album, Going for the One, got me through all that. So it's an emotional album, and it's an album that pulls me through. And I just simply love it. Yes, one of my phrases that I say a lot, good from beginning to end. A gateway prog album would have to be this next one. I just love this whole idea, its concept. It's Animal Farm with music. And that's Pink Floyd, Animals. I want to do a little bit more a review on this, but sometimes you know how reviews go, videos, they don't do very well, but sometimes when I've talked about Pink Floyd, they do pretty well for me. I mean, it is what it is, and that's as good as it's going to get. But yeah, into more prog, because when I first got Dark Side of the Moon and Wish You Were Here and Dogs, I thought those were the first 3 Pink Floyd albums. It wasn't until one of my teachers came and brought me this book and showed me the Pink Floyd discography, and I was like, whoa, you mean Piper at the Gates of Dawn? I didn't know, at that time. Wow, and it opened up a whole new world. I love Pink Floyd. They were one of my favorite groups. They're prog to me. I love The Wall, never get tired of it. I love The Final Cut, which I call it like some kind of an extension addendum to The Wall, The Final Cut. But all right there, folks. Please, I'm going to leave a link, and I'm going to tag some people in this video, hoping that they will participate. Go check out Art, the North Carolina vinyl picker. He does a good show, has a great collection, and he also sells records on Discogs. And I can say that I bought some. Good deals. She's giving me good deals. To the next video. We'll see you soon. There might be another video I might release today. But anyway, thank you.